daughter of the king. God Almighty's tone sounded urgent, mixed up with sorrow. O daughter of the king, and sons of the king, I have one of my beloved daughters lying dead, a sister of yours. Who is lying dead, Lord? My well-beloved daughter, Russia. Come! Come and I will show her to you. Look. God Almighty, having taken me at an edge of a desert, he pointed with his index and arm outstretched far out under the scorching sun, his daughter and sister of mine lying dead, her body emancipated from tyranny, lying dead in the middle of wilderness. She seemed abandoned even at her death. She had died all alone with no one near her to console her. When I saw this painful sight, I burst into tears out of pity. I cried bitterly when I saw her. It says, Oh, do not weep. I will resurrect her, daughter of the king. I will resurrect her for my glory. I will revive her as I have revived Lazarus. John chapter 11, verses 43 through 44. Oh, God Almighty, you give me so much pain. This pain you feel is nothing compared to mine. I love you. Have pity. I love her, daughter of the king. Have pity on her too. I will not leave her lying dead, exposed in the scorching winds, daughter of the king. Love your sister. Pity her. Go to her. Love her. Love her, for she is so unloved by everyone. Daughter of the king. Sons of the king. She had abandoned me and turned against me. She turned against me when she grew and when it was her time for love. I called her to share my cloak, but instead she walked away. Feeling mature, she believed she would be able to feed herself on her own. She turned her back to me and walked away. Like an unfaithful wife, she fled. My beloved, do you know what it is like losing a daughter? My heart lacerated. I wept. Like this was not enough. She proudly and without the slightest remorse declared openly war against me, her Father Almighty, and against all the martyr saints. She believed in me no more. She stopped worshiping me, hoping in me, and loving me. She seemed to have forgotten the love we once shared. I had given her sons and daughters, but in her fury she slaughtered my children and handed them over to Satan as one offers a burnt offering. Then, as though this was not enough, she turned to Satan and made a pact with him to be faithful to him and worship him instead, if he would offer all what she desired. Satan agreed with the condition to leave him free. Satan then disconnected her entirely from me. She let him cut our bonds. He made her trust him. Treacherous as he is, he led my daughter into marshlands first, where she would have to lean on him. From fear of sinking into quicksand, she asked him to allow her to lean entirely on him. Daughter of the king, sons of the king, like city of peace. At one time who fled from my house. My house of holiness. To become a daughter of no morals, offering her children one after the other as a sacrifice. Russia, my daughter, thought it wise to do the same. She took my holy presents, offering them to Satan, who turned them all into weapons. Satan blinded her with his glory, and in her blindness removed her from the marshlands and placed her into the wilderness to thirst and die. I saw her walking naked and struggling in her own blood. I called her, but she would not listen. I called her again, but she would not hear my call. Instead, she provoked me, calling her younger sisters to support her morals. If they refused, she forced them with her sword. Have I not said he will rise? The sword shall perish by the sword? Revelations chapter 13, verse 10. I rationed her bread so that she would need my bread. But she preferred to starve rather than eat from me. Exhausted and hungered, she sent her younger sisters to continue her wicked works in secret, because her vanity was inspired by Vanity! Himself was Satan! Her lands bore not enough to feed her. She became, as one would say, a dependent on my enemy. Daughter, son, do no more now. I will continue tomorrow with this message. Come let me bless you, daughter, son. Feed on me. We, us? Yes, Lord.